Ren and Eclair's relationship is one of the better relationships within Rising of a Shield Hero. He first meets Ren after being introduced in the second season as the combat instructor, pretty much saying, hey, I'm going to teach y'all all how to fight. And Ren's like, I already know how to fight. You don't have to teach me shit. And of course, this leads to Eclair going, well, if you're better, how about fight me in a sword fight? No powers, no nothing. Ren's like, bet. So they get into this sword fight, and Ren's pretty much getting his ass kicked. He can't take straight swords with Eclair. Eclair is a better swordsman. He is just a VR gamer who happens to be someone who holds the sword weapon. So during this fight, he gets pissed off, unleashes a skill, and disqualifies him. And that skill could have killed Eclair if it wasn't for Naofumi. That's when all the Spirit Tortoise stuff happens. Y'all know about that. Blah, 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 blah. They get captured. The Spirit Tortoise. Naofumi goes to another world. And then they come back to the Fallen Heroes. That's when Ren actually ends up going up against Eclair again. But this time there's no restrictions on Ren's skills. There's no restriction on Ren's abilities. And he goes sword to sword with Eclair. But he isn't able to win against Eclair because Eclair is just that girl. But that's when Eclair actually beats him one-on-one for real. And pretty much brings him back down to earth. And it's like, hey, you know, all that stuff you're doing, all that stuff about wanting to be recognized, I understand, I get that. But you have to do it the right way. If you're doing it the wrong way, all you're going to do is bring harm and chaos to the world around you. You need to get back into what originally made you want to be a hero. And Ren was like, fine, I understand what you're saying. I thank you for breaking that curse on me. But with this, I'm now going to be down a couple of levels. So I'm going to have to level up. Naofumi steps in and is like, hey, I got a village over there. You want to come train there? And he's like, are you sure it's okay? Naofumi's like, fuck yeah, bro. Come over. So Ren starts training with Eclair every day. They're pretty much sparring every day so that he can become a better swordsman. Because while he's a sword weapon wielder, he is not a swordsman. He has no ability as a swordsman. He is very novice in the sword. During this time, him and Eclair also start learning Higenmusu style. So he gets a little bit stronger. He starts learning from the old lady. But this entire time, they're just building this relationship. They're getting as close as possible. And Ren finally confesses that he has feelings for Eclair. But Eclair is like, I don't want to do anything romantic until the world is safe. Of course, this doesn't stop them from flourishing in that department. And they get real close throughout the entire series. But it's all a better story than what we've gotten for most of their love relationships outside of Naofumi. Like Risha and Itsuki, that is probably the most piss poor relationship that I have to say. But Ren and Eclair only gets better as time goes by. So I think that this is the best relationship within Shield Hero that we have to date.